For the amount of black men that I saw in the airport, I have not seen a fraction of them in the street.
But I think we need to bring back shame, and we need to shame these men.
When I tell you that my whole life was full of it was full of black men traveling with other black men, they come into Colombia, baby. That's why you can't find them.
Oh, when I was there, black men wouldn't even acknowledge me. They wouldn't look in my general direction. They wouldn't speak at all. And I had a lot of followers saying that.
Something about Medellin turns these men into disrespectful, audacious, eager, desperate, disrespectful. I'll say it again. Zombies.
Now, Colombia is one of my favorite countries, and I rarely say a bad thing about it. But let me tell you, that passport bro situation is so heinous that when I was in Medellin, I was afraid to stand too long on the street corner.
Y'all, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but if you're looking for a man, just know that the reason you can't find him, a black man specifically, is because he's in Colombia already.
Black women, don't come to Medellin if you are a pick-me and or male-centered. Because I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. You are not the preference. They are not looking for us here. You will be disappointed and get your feelings hurt.
Cancel the holidays. Winter is
here. Listen, you gentlemen are on a roll. We're back to Colombia again. It is something about women in Colombia and you all. So we're going to go ahead and look at these videos real quick because evidently you're hurting feelings and you're enjoying yourselves and people are not happy about it.
Now, Colombia is one of my favorite countries, and I rarely say a bad thing about it. But let me tell you, that passport bro situation is so heinous that when I was in Medellin, I was afraid to stand too long on the street corner. Like, I'm not kidding. One time I was waiting for my Uber on a sidewalk in a popular area, and I'm looking around and I see all these other women standing there, and I'm like, I don't think they're also looking for Ubers. I was like, let me go back and stand with the crowd. The passport bro situation is so obvious that his video is not an exaggeration. It is not hard to find a 50-year-old looking man with gold chains on and all this nice clothing with a girl who looks half his age.
All right, so we're going to say 50. And we know what half of 50 is. Half of 50 is 25, which means that she is legal, which means that she likes him. Ma'am, you're policing too much out there.
And this isn't to shame sex workers. Get in how you fit in. But if you are a man, you should be more careful. Like, I don't know how many times the government got to warn y'all about dating in Colombia. You will get got. But then honestly, a lot of y'all go there to take advantage of these Colombian women. So if you get got, Also, I don't want to hear nothing about my smoke detector. Mind your business.
First of all, gentlemen, always be safe no matter where you go. I don't care if you're on the south side of Chicago or you in a suburb in America. Be safe. However, like she just said, she's praying for your downfall. So in return, this is what you got to look forward to.
Something about Medellin turns these men into disrespectful, audacious, eager, desperate, disrespectful. I'll say it again. Zombies. It's like a child when they first have sugar. It's so overwhelming for them. It's so amazing, and they just don't know how to act.
Ma'am, you ever think that for the first time, these men, maybe, possibly, are around women who are in shape and not heavily obese, who are nice, who might just be caring? Don't get me wrong, we understand. Well, at least most of us should understand, depending on where you are and how long you've known her for. But that who are just genuinely nice and who smile, probably without having to be asked to smile. So yes, they probably are kids in candy stores, and they do enjoy the attention.
And because they don't realize how much in danger they are in, because they've listened to the idiots online that say, oh, just come down here, bros. It'll be a good time. With $1,000, you'll live like a king. They don't realize that they are walking licks. And so they will disrespectfully talk like that. They'll speak like that in English. And they have no idea that a lot of the times the type of behaviors, the type of fun that they want will get them in a sticky situation.
Ma'am, please, you know these guys. So in return, please tell us the kind of fun that they're looking for. Explain to us the sticky situation. Because once again, it sounds as if, though, that you're not looking out.
But you know what? I'm bitter if I talk about that. So if that's my cross to bear, that is my cross to bear. But I think we need to bring back shame, and we need to shame these men. Into not thinking that they could just be so disrespectful and talk about women just like they're a piece of meat.
I know, gentlemen. Wait. We getting ready to get into our other video where she's warning black women, because once again, I want you gentlemen to be safe, and ladies, listen. I know y'all listen to the video also. I want you ladies to be safe also. But here's her other video, the one that has made its rounds.
Black women, don't come to Medellin if you are a pick-me and or male-centered. Because I'm going to hold your hand when I tell you this. You are not the preference. They are not looking for us here. You will be disappointed and get your feelings hurt. Now, I'm not saying don't come to Medellin, period. I love Medellin. It is such a great city. But if you're coming here planning on staying for a while and you're looking for love, you're looking to date around and find your person, don't do it. First, I'm going to assume that you are mostly attracted to black men, and so, or date black men. And so when you come down here, especially if you're from the US, the black men here will openly tell you, why am I going to check for y'all when I have Colombian women, specifically black Colombian women? Now, for a male-centered woman, that is awful, because a lot of them, they get their validation from the men. Some Colombian men, they also will fetishize you because they're not used to, I don't know, dating black women, specifically black foreigners. So a lot of the times your options are being fetishized or being ignored. Of course, there's exceptions to the rules, but time and time again, I have talked to women that come down here and they can't stay here long term because they are looking for something real. And then they're absolutely disappointed when they realize, oh shoot, they can't get what they're looking for here.
All right, listen, I'm not going to leave y'all on gloom and doom, because actually this lady here, she makes videos. And I know I did a little bit of editing in the front, her whole video on the back end. And then maybe down the line, if we got to keep doing these videos, we'll listen to the one where she's like, yo, listen, those passport bros, those dudes are official. They got money.
A lot of my followers saw my video about the passport bros in Colombia. And we're basically saying like, oh, when I was there, black men wouldn't even acknowledge me. They wouldn't look in my general direction. They wouldn't speak at all. And I had a lot of followers saying that. That has not been my personal experience. Last night I went to dinner. I saw two guys. They both spoke. They were actually kind of like, you know, moderately flirtatious. I've seen, you know, some other men, and they've kind of like barely, you know, like, you know, it's very much giving like, girl, don't look too much. You don't need to see all this. But, you know, it's been a mixed bag for me. I wouldn't say that every man that I've seen hasn't spoken, but I'm also going to be honest and say that for the number of men that I saw in the airport, and especially in a place like this, because it's small, the walled city is small, Hexamani is small, you know, the weather's been bad, so I haven't done a boat trip yet. I'm sure there will be lots of people, you know, doing boat trips, but for the amount of black men that I saw in the airport, I have not seen a fraction of them in the street. And just so you understand how small it is, I was at dinner last night and there was about 7 girls on my flight. They all were having dinner, you know, at the table behind me. So it's very common to just be bumping into people. That was even my experience on my last trip. So, yeah.
To all my gentlemen and my ladies, all y'all that are traveling, be safe out there in them streets. Everyone who's seen the video, comment down below. Let me know what you think of this. What's going on? What's the problem? How come these black men just cannot travel the globe without any issues? Ladies and gents, have a great night. Until the next time, Big Sarge the Gentleman, I'm out here. Peace, peace, and peace.
Operator, Big Sarge is a true gentleman.